So, the amount of restraint it took for me to not just immediately open up this chest when I got back here was Herculean. Also, I did not need to redo the last episode. I could have just gone through these doors and have been fine. Yeah. So anyway, welcome back to Golden Sun, the Lost Age. Let's see what's in this chest. Mist potion. I mean, it's not the worst thing that could have been in there. But after everything I did to get over here, I was kinda hoping for like better armor or weapons. Whatever. Let's go into Lemuria proper and see. Sad music, broken pillars. Is Lemuria destroyed? Felix, have you accidentally destroyed Lemuria? No, it's over there. Oh, I know how to get past this. Wait, what was that? Synergy, are they adepts? I want to read that. I want to reread that. I messed up. I wish holding down the B button wouldn't automatically skip stuff. Hold on. I want to check something. Autofire is not on. Right? Yeah, autofire isn't on, so it's not an emulator issue. So yeah, I really wish the dialogue boxes would skip when I'm holding down the B button to run, because look at how slow I walk when I'm not running, and this is how I walk when I'm running, I guess. Alright, let's do this again. Why, that was Synergy, wasn't it? Are they adepts? Yeah. What's it to you? Who are you? Are you the ones who defeated Poseidon? Yes. That's quite something. Who are you that you could defeat that Leviathan? He didn't look like a Leviathan, unless you mean it in the metaphorical sense. If you are strong enough to defeat Poseidon, you are too dangerous to enter Lemuria. What? The king's orders are clear. We cannot grant you entry. Pierce. King? Who is your king? His Highness King Hydros, of course. Pierce? You want to say something before we get kicked out of Lemuria? His Majesty has ruled over Lemuria for centuries. King Hydros has decreed that Lemuria must be kept safe from dangerous outsiders. You say that we are dangerous, but do you include me as well? Pierce, did you join them in battle against Poseidon? Impossible. Everyone knows you possess great courage, but you still are a mere Lemurian. Such comments do us all a great disservice. I battle fiercely alongside my friends. He's got a point though. Like, if you have powers like Synergy, maybe training really hard to beat stuff like Poseidon would have worked. But Pierce is lying here. No matter how strong we were, we wouldn't have been able to beat that guy if we didn't have the trident. Remember that. Leave our landing to me. You have my word that we shall create no problems during our stay. Will you not permit us to enter? So yeah, maybe these guys have a point. We are still human and we can't do everything by ourselves. But we can find a solution. Like finding a way to bypass the shields. Pierce, I know you are a man of your word, but the king's orders must stand. You understand that we cannot simply ignore the king's orders, don't you, Pierce? What is King Hydros doing? So you people really take your king seriously, don't you? What's that? It's all at Pap. Pap? The dude's like 70. He's gonna die of old age soon. Do not dishonor the king of Lemuria. We are peaceful but quick to anger. That is stupid. Pap, I must be twice your age. Who are you calling Pap? You wish to see Lemuria and yet you know so little of us. I am far older than you. Show respect. Pah. Older than we, inconceivable. I actually created these two are perhaps older than all of you combined. Baby must have spoken of this to you. In Lemuria, time passes quite... Wait, what? I thought their long life was because of alchemy magic. No one told me that there was timey-wimey shenanigans going on here. Ah, well, I suppose I recall something of that sort or another, maybe. So, like, you mean like 1 hour here is like 1 minute in the real world, like hyperbolic time chamber shit? But you don't age? Ah, well, I suppose I recall something of that sort or another, maybe. But to imagine for a moment that these two gentlemen are older than I am, it's a bit much. But perhaps I was rude, and I hope you accept my apology. My ignorance misled me. Well, just so long as we are clear on that. I have a runny nose for some reason. But if your fighting is as skilled as your wordplay, then perhaps you aren't so dangerous to us. Huh? I agree. Perhaps His Majesty will provide an exception in their case. King Hydros might be willing to reverse his order if we confer with him, wouldn't he? We shall speak with him at once. King Hydros has been seeking news from beyond the sea of time. He will want to see you. Wait here. Phew. So, excuse me. How long do you think we'll be waiting? Good point. Time means little to most Lemurians. Mere moments to us could seem like a lifetime to outsiders. You seem young to me, and yet you are probably an old man among your people. I would imagine that you have probably done enough waiting in your lifetime. King Hydros instructed us to be kind to the elderly at all times. They seem trustworthy enough. Shall we let them in? I can see no reason not to. We won't get in trouble, will we? I will be with them. Now, please let me walk the streets of my home once more. I beseech you. Then we place our trust in each of you. You may enter, but don't do anything rash. If you cause any trouble, we'll hunt you down and exact swift and terrible vengeance. Do you have your word? Yeah, sure. I wasn't planning on causing trouble here anyway. Right, Crater? Ooh. Finally! What could be waiting for me in Lemuria? I can't wait another moment. Oh, hush. I'll keep a close eye on them. You have nothing to fear. Sorry about that. I should have muted my mic before I blew my nose. That was really bad manners for me. Sorry for being gross. Very well, Pierce. We place our faith in you. Then, enter freely and peaceably. I have never heard that word before. You must already be aware of this, but you are not permitted to enter the palace. If the king were to find out about this, we'd be in big trouble. Don't worry, I won't let that happen. Alright, no going into the palace. Got it. Is this Hydros really so fearsome? Fearsome isn't the right word. King Hydros has lived longer than anyone. He is most wise. While everyone respects him and holds him in great reverence, it would be a mistake to call it fear. I certainly do not fear him. The king, he what? You will understand once you meet the king yourself. He's sick, isn't he? But that does not matter now. Let's go. To Lemuria, the city you've all been longing to see. Okay, so this is freaking Lemuria. What's with the Greek architecture though? I cannot remember the last time we had visitors in Lemuria. Not in a great while, certainly. Felix and others drank of the spring. Ooh. Who are you? Lemuria has no disease, no war. Anyone who saw it would think it a paradise. And yet, all who come to our city seek to leave soon after arriving. I too wish to leave. Why is that? In Lemuria, we do not grow old. It must seem quite odd to those from the outside world. Drinking from the spring restores vigor and vitality. What a sip! I already drank. Do you wish to test your luck at the spring of Lemuria? Sure. Go ahead, test your luck. Oh! This thing again. If you face away from the spring, toss in a coin and land it in the target. Good fortune will come. You've traveled a long way. You should give it a try. How many lucky coins do I have? I sold all my lucky coins. As I should have. I'll try later. Oh, I can throw a regular S coin. Whoops. You were 10 coins. Let's keep throwing coins. Let's see what happens if I land it in the center. I did. 20 coins, okay. I remember an outsider who came to Lemuria and then spent days testing his luck at the spring. What's this? Oh, goodness. Felix, look over here. This place is magnificent. Is that the palace? Yeah, this is the palace. This place is remarkable, truly remarkable. Who goes there? I've not seen you in Lemuria before. Wait a moment. You must be the travelers who arrived with Pierce in your... Is your name Felix, perchance? Yeah. Pierce, you mean Pierce the Lost One? Have I earned a title in my absence? Well, worry not. Pierce is lost no more. I seek counsel with King Hydros. Has His Highness been told of my return? What was said, but I do not know if it has reached the king. What do you mean? Lord Conservato is meeting with His Highness as we speak. Not Conservato. Who the fuck is Conservato? What's wrong, Pierce? You don't look pleased to hear that name. Crater, what do you think of what you have seen in Lemuria? Crater is got a fat boy out right now. Are those aqueducts? Those look like aqueducts to me. Okay, that is an impressive palace. This is a magnificent city, or do you mean the castle? Both are magnificent. And do you agree, Felix? City, not so much. Castle, yeah. Any newcomer to our town would doubtless feel the same at first. In ages past, Lemuria was a far lovelier, more grand and more lively city. His Highness the King tells of days gone by, of a more brilliant Lemuria long before my birth. Over the countless years, our people have lost vigor, enthusiasm, creativity. Lemuria has fallen into slow collapse, a city that has lost its spark. Lemuria as you see it is only a shadow of the city of legend. I see. If only I had the chance to see this city in all its splendor, but how does Conservator figure it? King Hydros believes that our decay is related in some way to alchemy. Oh? What do you mean? King Hydros wants to find a way to stop the ruin of Lemuria. If there were anything we could do to help stop it, we would. But the senators are unwilling to take action. They are stubborn and they fear any change. That's why his name is Conservator. That's a little on the nose, isn't it? Senate? What is a Senate? The Senate is the group of elders who determine policy in Lemuria. Lord Conservator holds the highest office in the Senate. So he is Chancellor Conservator. I was going to say Chancellor Palpatine, but I am not sure if he is evil or not. The Senate usually opposes any new idea or proposals introduced before it. Word of our arrival will never reach the king as long as Conservator has his ear. And his conversations with the king are incredibly long. We have no choice but to wait here patiently. Why don't we spend our time looking around Lemuria until then? Good idea. Of course, we will have to go in because I'm not spending 1,000 years waiting for some senator to finish talking. Hello, doggy. What do you have to say? There we go. Mind read. Stand still. Mind read. There's so much treasure buried here that you could dig almost anywhere and find something. So why doesn't anybody dig here? Scoop. Doggy, you lie. Reveal. Okay, maybe I'm supposed to dig here instead. Scoop. Nothing. Well. Is there any shops in Lemuria? Life never changes here in Lemuria. It can get rather dull, you'll find. How old am I again? I quit counting after I turned 200. That was long ago. I can see why this city is in ruin. This is like COVID-19 isolation, but 1,000 times worse. Now that Pierce has returned, maybe he'll share his tales of the outside world with me. I have never been outside of Lemuria. I don't know what the rest of the world is like. If there weren't laws prohibiting us from leaving, I would be gone in an instant. I see. This place is just plagued by depression and monotony at this point, from being isolated for so long. I ought to feel surprised to see outsiders here, but I can't remember how to be surprised. Yeah. What the hell happened here? Are you the travelers that came here with Pierce? Yes. I'm sorry it has taken me so long to visit, Uncle. Pierce, you are alive. Yes, I've managed to survive against a great many trials. What a fascinating coincidence. We've stumbled across Pierce's uncle's house. I must thank you all for looking after my nephew. This is Felix and Creighton. They are my friends and have aided me tremendously. If my sister could only hear how young Pierce has become a mighty warrior. Where is my mother? We've been so busy since we arrived that I haven't had a chance to see her. She died, didn't she? Now that I think about it, this place is a mess. What happened? Mother is always so neat. No. She hasn't fallen ill again, has she? There is still illness in Lemuria? My mother was born with a weak heart. Pierce, I'm sorry, your return comes too late. After the tidal wave washed you to sea, your mother suddenly fell ill. The shock of losing you was too great for her poor heart. She held out hope for your safe return until the very end. Perhaps your mother gave herself up to ensure your survival. Does that not sound like your mother? Where is she now? She rests in the cemetery now. Check the headstones, you will find her. What should we do, Felix? Should we follow Pierce? Yeah, we don't need to talk to him. Let him have his peace and quiet. Let him have his moment alone. But we should probably just go stand by the side. Just to let him know that, hey, we are here for you. You do your thing, but we are here for you. After all, we've been through. The least we can do is offer Pierce our condolences. Yeah, that too. Wait. I ask that you leave Pierce to his mourning for now. Now he's struggling with the loss of his mother. He needs time. I know I wasn't going to. You come to Lemuria to learn more of alchemy, did you not? I suspected as much. Pierce was right to bring you here. Pierce told me his secret, the mission he was given by his Highness the King. Even had the tidal wave not carried Pierce off, he would surely have left us. Such was his fate. You look confused. Pierce told you about this, did he not? Nope. Curious. I can't understand why he would do that. If Lord Conservator had not led the Senate to oppose him, he would have left sooner. I wonder what news Pierce has brought with him. Either way, I do know why he has brought you here. Felix, don't tell me that he hasn't at least told you that much. He hasn't, or at least I don't remember. Did Pierce tell you nothing before bringing you here to Lemuria? Unfortunately, I know little more than that. While Pierce confronts his sorrow over the loss of his mother, you have some time. I shall write you a letter so that you can see Lanpa. Lanpa has locked himself in his tower and rarely comes out, but if I send him this, he will see you. Lanpa, why does that sound so familiar? Wait, is that the same Lanpa from the first game who had a son Donpa and Dodonpa? That same Lanpa? All I did is a bag to carry it to him in his tower. Why is Lanpa in his tower? There, you should be able to see him now. Can I talk to you again? Go to Lanpa's tower, he will see you. The bird's back. I ought to feel surprised to see outside. Oh yeah, that. Oh, there is more stuff here. There's Felix. There's Pierce. What's this way? Okay, this is cool. I am a sucker for sky on ground shenanigans. Mind read. If it weren't for people in the castle, the Lemurians would probably let themselves starve. That bad, huh? I did growth. I cast growth. Now give this gin back. What's over here though? That looks interesting. Let me go down first. Moo. Mind read. Lemurians are so lazy that they make me look like a dynamo and they live so long. Cyclone. Oh. Hard nut. What's my defense like? I'm actually going to hold on to it until I get Pierce back. What's actually over here? This is just the way back. What's this? What does this side say? House of the Senate. Oh, that's where the Senate is. It has been many years since a new child was born in Lemuria. Lemurians love children, but they only rear children for such a short time. We are the only children in Lemuria. I often wish there were other children to play with. Wait up a second. I just realized something. If this society stays closed for too long, at one point inbreeding is going to start happening. And that is really bad. Also, looks like they are so depressed that they don't even want to have sex with each other. You guys really need to start writing books and reading books or something. Or better yet, invent video games. Are you kids Pierce traveling companions? The door's broken, I'm afraid. But I opened up a window just above the door. Sorry about this, but you'll have to climb through there. Fair. Sure, I'll do it. You'd think with so much psi energy you'd be able to fix a door, but whatever. You must be Lanpa. Huh? Lanpa, where the fuck did you go? Reveal? What? Oh. I did not even notice that. Honestly, I'm amazed that anyone can travel so far across the world in this age. Say, Pierce isn't with you, or why not? His mother passed away. He's gone to visit her grave. My friend told me that the reason these guys sometimes ignore stuff that NPCs tell them is because it's assumed that when they are merged into Felix and when we are in town, they are just running off doing their own thing and maybe they aren't hearing what the NPCs hear. To that I tell you, right here, proof that the NPCs have been with me this entire time and the game was just gaslighting me that one time. This is proof that everything I have heard, all Jenna and Kraden and Sheba and Pierce, they've been hearing the same shit. Fuck you, game. Of course, his mother. He loved her dearly. A terrible loss. It must be hard on him. Well, Pierce may not be here, but we still have much to discuss. If Pierce brought you, you must be working to break the seal on alchemy, right? Yes. Pierce has done quite well in finding you. What mission could the good King Hydros have assigned to Pierce? What, Pierce has told you nothing of his mission? Really? So you actually have nothing at all to do with alchemy? No, we are trying. Our parents were kidnapped by the Fire Clan, far to the north. We are only firing the lighthouse beacons to gain their freedom. Kidnapped? Hold on! So Pierce's parents weren't dead. He's not trying to bring them back to life. He's trying to rescue them. Did I say Pierce? I meant Felix. Okay, that makes his mission slightly less bad, but it's still bad. I am still not okay with any of this. King Hydros told me that Venus and Mercury have been ignited once again. Was that your doing? I'm afraid I know nothing of any Northern Fire clan. But that doesn't explain you, sir. You're clearly not related to these two. What are your goals? Create a joy task or this quest on behalf of Lord Babby of Tolby. Babby? I only know of one man named Babby, but it couldn't. Master Lunpa, the Babby we speak of is the same man you knew long ago. Ah, so he's still out there, living in the outside world. Not exactly, he died. Well, that might not be the most accurate way of putting it. Most accurate, you certainly have an odd way of turning a phrase. He was living, yes, until recently, that is. So, Babby passed away, but only recently, you say. Where he finally ran out of his mystic draughts, his spirit began to wane. Then I no longer know anyone in the world outside. But aren't you Lanpa, the righteous thief? I was called that once, long ago. Why do you ask? I'll bet there's at least one person in the outside world whom you still know. Who is that? And who would that be? There's a town called Lanpa in the northern Angara. A man named Donpa lives there. I settled that village at Donpa. He is my son. Now your grandson, Doronpa, rules over your village. Rules? Rules is an ill-sounding word. But it's an accurate one. Lanpa and Lanpa. Doronpa is an evil thief who has caused much trouble in Angara. What has become of my son? How could he permit such a thing to happen? Master Lanpa, don't you have any idea how old Donpa is? He is as I am, an old man. He may be older even than I. If this news outrages you, why don't you go and set Donpa straight? If only I could. Is this the only reason we are here, to bring news of the outside world? No, there's more, I think. Yes, I'm sorry we were sidetracked. We have much more to discuss. But before we begin, there is one thing I must say. You don't mind, do you, Felix? No? I knew you'd agree. Agree to what? I have discussed this with none but Felix, but I have my own reasons for this quest. What do you mean? Only that I have my own reasons for wanting to see the beacon slit again. And what is that? Why are you telling us all of this now? Because I feel this quest is deeply linked to Lemuria. I thought it odd that Lord Babby would order me to research alchemy. Hey, wait a minute, is this what you promised to tell us once we reached Lemuria? Yes, may I continue? Long ago, before alchemy's power was sealed, there were many civilizations as advanced and cultivated as Lemuria. At the moment that alchemy was sealed away, most of those civilizations began to wane until eventually they vanished. I have formed certain theories now, suggesting that this may be related to the seal on alchemy. Let me get this straight. You felt you could tell us this until we were in Lemuria? And you only wanted to come to Lemuria to test your theories to see if they were true. But even if everything you said is true, what does it all mean? If your theories are correct, the world itself will wane and vanish, wouldn't it, Craden? Wait, what? What? Pierce never spoke of this to you, did he? If you came to this theory on your own, you are indeed a wise scholar. We would do well to trust you. What do you mean? King Hydros and I, as well as others in Lemuria, had the same beliefs that you do, Craden. You do? Civilizations thrive by building upon knowledge of the past. Knowledge gained in one generation should be taken even further by the next. Thus, knowledge and learning continue to grow. This is the natural course of civilization, right? But where is the world today? The great civilizations of old have all withered and vanished. We are all isolated and alone. You have encountered many cultures in your travels. Are any of them capable of building the great sanctums and lighthouses you have seen? No, but they are doing their own thing, man. No, they are not. But this is not the only sign of the decay you have theorized. I think it's best you hear the rest directly from His Majesty, King Hydros. Yes, Creighton, we shall go to visit the king. But King Hydros is in council with Lord Conservato. We might not be allowed in. Conservato, that fool. He refuses to acknowledge what he can see with his own eyes. I will meet with the king and press our evidence upon Conservato. Come with me. Yeah, stupid door. What was that? At last you are open. To the king's chambers. Lunpa ought to be as old as Lord Baby was, but he has so much energy. He's got a fire in him. Also, I think this slowed down time has kept him like in his 30s or something. I do wish I could have heard more about Lord Baby though. But come, Felix, to the king's palace we go. Felix, if it turns out that without the lighthouses that the world is going to get Thanos snapped out of existence, I owe you an apology. Wait, no I don't. Because your reasons for doing all of this is still stupid. Because for all you know, for all we've known till now, that lighting the lighthouses would essentially cause World War III to happen. Well, I guess this world hasn't had something like that happen. But either way, it's going to cause massive problems for everyone, everywhere, and everyone will suffer. And probably a lot of guys would die too. And we've seen all the problems that are caused by you lighting the lighthouse specifically. The trouble in Champa, the problems in the east. I forgot the name of those countries, but you get the idea. Alafra, Daila, you've seen the problems that are happening everywhere because of the lighthouses. And even if at the end of the day, the only way to save the world from complete destruction was to light up the lighthouses, assuming that is the case, you didn't know that. You possibly couldn't have known that. Yet here you are trying to make the entire world suffer just for saving two people. Look, I get it. I like my parents too. And I don't know if I would be able to sit by I don't know if I would have been able to not do the things you did, but it still doesn't change the fact that I would be wrong, and you're wrong. Felix searched the bookcase. There was a book called The Great Adventures of Lampa. There's a book written by Lampa, no less. When the great floods came, we fled our homes by boat. Waves engulfed our ships. We came to in a strange land called Lemuria. And what does this say? I found a letter from Baby on the outside. It reads, "To my dear friend Lanpa." Baby wrote, "Forgive me, Lanpa, but I must leave the island without you." Alright, so that's it for this video. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like, comment and or subscribe. Dislike it if you hated it. I'll heart your comments to let you know I've read them, and I can still see the dislikes even though YouTube's hidden them. I'm Zulk, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.